The last 7 days, I locked myself in. No parties, no Netflix. Okay, I watched a little bit of Netflix, but just me, coffee, and code. Why? Because I wanted to see if this idea from ChatGPT could become a real business. Oh yeah, that's my cat, by the way, in the background. Say hello to YouTube. Alright, why did I even start building something new? Up to this point, pretty much all of my products are B2C. Resume and the AI headshots I have created. All of them were one-time payments and not really recurring revenue. It works, but I have to put in a lot of work to constantly get new customers into the business. And as an indie maker, this is quite exhausting. So I sat down with ChatGPT and typed in everything I have built to this point, the tech I'm using, the features the products have, and pretty much asked, give me a simple subscription-based product I can build based on everything I have created so far. And one of the ideas was actually pretty interesting. Make a thumbnail generator for YouTubers. At first I was like, really? I'm not sure thumbnails? But then I thought about it. Thumbnails are pretty much everything on YouTube. Without a good thumbnail, no one is watching your videos. And even better, I actually need a product like this because I am also a YouTuber. The reason why I like the idea is I am the target audience, so I can use the product on a regular basis. I know how to create AI images because of the AI headshots I have created, and it's a subscription-based product I can sell to B2B people. Every YouTuber with like 10k subscribers will most likely have the money to pay for a service like this. So I gave myself 7 days. Without any excuse, I just started building. As always, I used Vue.js for the front end and Firebase for the back end. For my editor, I used Cursor, and for the AI, I used Claude. I think this is right now the best combination to build something with AI. Building a landing page is one of the things that I really like to do. I can test out new things. I can play around with animation or effects I have seen on the internet and really can go all out on the hero section. If the hero section is not convincing, people will just drop off your website anyway, so why not spend the extra time to make it great? At some point I had this shimmery effect in the background, like your website is being hit by sunlight. I was a huge fan of the animation, but the entire website dropped in performance. And what really is the point if you don't have a fast website? People will just drop off. Speaking of fast brings me to today's sponsor, Cloudways. I use Cloudways and it honestly saved me a ton of time. It's fast, secure and super scalable, which is quite important if you don't know if just 10 people are visiting your site or a few 100,000. What I really liked is the built-in auto-scaling feature. A very simple slider to choose the resources you need. I also made a comparison between Cloudways and my current provider. And it turns out that Cloudways is like 10 times faster than my current provider, which is kind of crazy. And you can easily plug in add-ons like Cloudflare, CDN, or malware protection with just a few clicks. Whether you are hacking together an MVP or going live for your first 1000 users, Cloudways keeps your app running smooth so you can focus on your product. You can find the link below if you want to give it a try for your own project. I knew I needed a drag and drop canvas where I can edit the thumbnails, and the most important thing is actually it has to be AI generated. So it took me roughly 2 days to build the front end with a very simple canvas where I could start editing the image. So we had a very basic canvas. I could throw in some images in there. I started to add text, simple elements like arrows, rectangles, and I even added some basic filters for the image. But let's be honest, the first images were kind of trash. Pretty weird faces, a lot of shapes and random elements in the thumbnail. That was also the point when I started to question the entire project. All of this is AI based and AI is kind of a wild card. Am I really able to control the output to have something useful? Can I make this good enough for myself, let alone anyone else? And would people really pay for this? But I didn't quit. I cleaned up the prompts, I improved the overall design, I have given it clear structures, I'm running it through actually multiple pipelines to get the final result. And you know what? It actually helped. In the end, it really comes down to the information we have to create the image. So I added a simple stepper where the creator could add more details to the thumbnail they want to create. So you can paste in your YouTube channel, it will ask you for the top 3 thumbnails you have created or you liked. We can add a reference image, we can upload a subject, which could be a person or an object. And at the end, we ask for information about the audience, the content you create. The most important step here, I think, is asking for the YouTube title and getting a description of the video or even the entire script. And that really helped. The thumbnails got way better. I also added more features and options to make changes to the images. So we can pretty easily change, for example, the background here. And the other important feature is obviously to make the person look like you. Both features together kind of feel like magic. I was making thumbnails faster now and they actually looked good. What I want is that the product feels like magic. You put in your YouTube URL, the title you want to have, a few details about the thumbnail, and get a thumbnail that looks like it was made by a designer. I want to have as less friction as possible in the entire process. People should be amazed when they try it out. I think the most important part here is if you're building an MVP, the core or main feature has to work flawlessly. Everything else can come afterwards. That's one thing I have kind of neglected in the past. I have built pretty much all of the product, but nothing was really exceptional. So I posted a short teaser on X and on TikTok, and I was basically just looking for beta testers. And a few even asked if there was a paid version. This feels like one of the most promising products I am building right now. But then MrBeast announced he is releasing an AI thumbnail tool. Yeah, the MrBeast. And I thought, well, I'm done. How do you even compete with someone like him? For a moment, all of this kind of felt pointless. But then I kind of realized this is good. If MrBeast is building it, the market is there. The market is real. He will make AI thumbnails mainstream and I can, hopefully, try to ride the wave. And since I'm an indie maker, I can probably move faster since I don't need to align with anyone really. And more importantly, I can offer it for less than he's asking for. And who knows, maybe at one point he will buy the product I'm building. So yeah, no team, no investors, just one dev, shipping fast. Actually as fast as I can. That's the edge I'm trying to have. What started as a weird AI suggestion is now turning into a real product. And it's also one I actually use. The MVP is nearly ready, but I'm still looking for a few beta testers. So if you're a content creator and want to give it a try, please let me know in the comments. The aim for me really is to make this the best AI thumbnail tool out there. I want it to be fast, affordable, and at the end help creators design thumbnails without needing design skills. This feels like one of the most promising products I am going to release. It ticks off really all the check marks, like from using it myself on a regular basis, MrBeast releasing a similar tool, and actually have someone who asked me if they can already pay the yearly subscription. I will keep you updated on how the product is evolving. If you want to know how to build a product like this with the help of AI, subscribe to the channel because my next video will be about how to wipe code a project. That's it from my side. See you in the next one. Bye.